I'm the scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Slimmy, limmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, 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 bee, ba, 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 do. Ba, 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 do. Wee, ba, 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 do.
Let's go. Friday is finally here. Been a grind of a week. Pretty much a wash yesterday, up under a unit, or up over under a unit. Welcome to Covers as Puck Props, presented by Bet99. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo. Friday's tie day. Friday is tie day. I'm going to make a shirt. That's what it is today, and that's what we're going to bet on. Welcome to the chat, all the pumpers. Day 2 of my son being home. Day 3 of not being able to use my right ear. Carlo says I should probably go check it out.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just like a nice, like some good advice I'm giving you, man. I mean, like, probably want to go get that checked out.
You might want to go get that checked out and not stay up till 1 o'clock watching shootouts in San Jose. That could be it. But hey, happy you're here for a Friday, pal. How you doing?
I'm happy it's Friday. I'm doing good. I'm a little rattled this morning. Obviously, another losing night, tough night, but my Bills didn't help eliminate that sort of feeling that I have. They've added to it because nationally televised game, man. They exposed to the rest of the world what I've been preaching about this team, and the reason why I don't feel good about them winning a playoff game or even going far this year. They stink. Simple as that. They stink.
Defense
Their
stinks.
coaching, their coaching sucks. Their defense stinks. Their critical play calling stinks.
Receiving core.
Their receiving core sucks. Like how far do you want me to go?
You can go further. You can go further. I mean, like their arena. Look, I'm on one. I'm so out of it this week. I apologize. I don't know. They're finally getting a new stadium. I don't know. I don't think their stadium's awesome. Buffalo, we're not allowed to say Buffalo's a terrible city, but what's it got going for you? And you almost lost Josh Allen to what I thought was going to be a broken hand when he got tackled from behind by Will Anderson yesterday. That was scary. And then they just panned to Mitch Trubisky, so you could have had Mitch Trubisky. Yeah. Where do you lie on your team making the playoffs as we talk about football in the hockey show?
Buddy, I am in the boat right now where I almost would rather than miss the playoffs. So it forces major change to the people making decisions for them. I don't know how much longer you can go with Josh Allen as your quarterback and not build a team around him.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Like,
sell the future, you mean, and get Waddle?
Well, I mean, like, are you trying to win with Josh Allen now, or are you trying to win in the future without Josh Allen? Like, What is the first? Have you seen their draft picks? Who in their draft picks has been, a standout player in their last couple of drafts? They're healthy scratching. Their best wide receiver in the last draft. They spent a second round pick.
Practices, yeah.
Okay, can't make it to practice. The Dallas Cowboys had 2 guys miss curfew. Did they bench him the whole game? No, they benched him the first series and said, okay, that's your punishment. You're going to come in and play. See the way they played? You bench a guy 2 straight games when you need a guy to Josh Allen to throw to? Like, what's going on over there?
Nell Dog says the Dolphins got the inside track on the Bills. That is scary heading into
the Buffalo Bills
13.
Have lost to Davis Mills, Tua, and Michael Penix Jr.
Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly. That's a rough spot. And you can't play Josh Allen football versus Houston because they're fast and they track you down. You don't get to extend plays.
So your quarterback is getting buried.
Okay?
8 times. How are you not creating more coverage for him? How are you not, changing the play call so he gets the ball out quicker, or you just give him more protection with an extra offensive lineman? How do you not make any adjustments?
But hey, 4th and 27, what a play call.
Yeah, great play call. Everybody thought they were going to come back and win that game. 4th and 1. Dawkins jumps. Okay, but 4th and 1, he jumps out, and now it's 4th and 5. And you had Dawson Knox, 4th and 6. You had Dawson Knox wide open for a touchdown, but you can't blame Josh Allen that because he's got 4 guys rushing at him to sack him.
They were going to call Gabe Davis on that pick, and that would have been a terrible call, I think, if he did get that ball out to Knox in the flat because he was the one that was open. I had Shavers, and somehow the guy played every snap and still didn't get the ball. So that's amazing. Stay for the NFL talk. Yeah, we apologize. But yeah, it's hot news. And we got some hot news when we get to the other game, but it's Friday tie day. We're betting on ties. And another thing I'm doing today, and those markets are really hard to find, which is always peculiar. Team to score first. And today there are some good spots for team to score first. Once those markets open, I like Chicago to score first. They're pissed off and they played last night. I think and obviously they're plus 160 dogs. So that ties into it. So I like them to score first. I like Minnesota to score first today. They're road dogs at plus 110. Pittsburgh coming back from that Sweden game. So they should have better legs than Pittsburgh in that spot. And even the Kings, but I don't think the Kings price will be great because they get to play Boston, who's been struggling when we get to it in California. But let's get right to it. Buffalo and Chicago. And here we are again saying the exact same thing. Are you running out to go get Buffalo at minus 190 on the money line today?
That's what that is?
Yeah. Chicago's plus 160.
Well, because Chicago played last night?
That's it. Soderblom's been fantastic.
Huh?
Soderblom, the backup tonight, has been equally amazing.
There is no chance anybody should be betting Buffalo minus 180. No chance.
Zero chance. And they've been getting a lot of good play from Ellis. What's his first name? That has it's just showed up and been playing games. But he's played 3 games in a row, so it's going to be a UPL start. And I think he's 3-1 to the over. He's been not great. So we're going to go tie here at plus 350. The tie is a great value, the biggest one on the board today. And Bertuzzi an assist, so he'll obviously score at plus 170. There was another guy last night who we crapped on who scored. Forget who it was. Chat, let me know if you can remember. But as soon as his face came up, I'm like, oh,
Who's this?
There was back to who we crap on does well the next game. I think we crapped on somebody yesterday and he scored.
In the Chicago Blackhawks game?
No, just on the giant 12-game slate. That's why I can't think off the top of my head who it was. If anyone remembers, let me know. The Hawks blew a 2-0 lead in the third period last night. There was an early hit to Burakovsky, who, to his credit, was trying to juggle the puck with his hand, bring it down. I forget who the player was that came in, but it was shoulder-to-head contact. And yes, there is an onus on the player to protect himself. But, I mean, in college, a hit to the head's a hit to the head, period. There's no gray area with it.
Europe is the same thing.
Yes, and I think that's the way it is. So that started to piss off Bedard, who now has the A, if you didn't know, and is allowed to talk to refs. 2-2 game third period. Did you see his breakaway that wasn't called?
Yeah. How did you not see it? It was a thing that went viral.
And then you give him an abuse of the official penalty that Seattle scores in a 2-2 game.
That's just an ego move by the ref.
It's an ego move versus a young kid who's wearing the A for the second game. And they're like, you don't get to talk about it. And he was in the news saying, hey, the A's nice because I didn't get thrown out at as many faceoffs as I did without it. Do you think that is something, just an ego move to a young kid who's like, okay, this is not your spot yet, Connor?
I absolutely think it is. I think refs do play that sort of role with young guys in the league because, refs that have, a resume and a profile of a number of years ref in the league don't want to be shown up by a young player, regardless of what his status is or who his name is. So I definitely do that. Probably think that probably played a factor in them making the decision because, I mean, Connor Bedard had every reason to show his displeasure with that non-call. The guy's on a breakaway. The guy slashes his hand at the top of where his stick is. So I don't know. It's just, and like in a game like that, you kind of got to let, the emotions of the game play out. Clearly, it was in the temperature of that moment was really high, and the refs have to understand the moment in the game. Like, it's a 2-2 game. Like, why are you the one
Final 5 minutes
deciding that's? I mean, what should have been done was let it go. Whistle blows. You go have a chat with the guy and say, "Hey, I know you're fired up. Maybe I missed one there, but you don't need to show me up like that.
100%.
Next time you do, I'm going to put you in the box." If the game was hand to hand, I get it. But in a 2-2 game, that can't be the difference maker. It just can't.
No. I lost the bet on it too. Sadly.
Oh,
I know, but it does suck. And obviously I'm pulling for Chicago heavily right now. Losing your line mate, and this was a guy who hadn't had many line mates who have been performing, but Burakovsky has been incredible for him.
Yeah.
And I think that just kind of boiled over. Where is the line verbally for him to cross in your mind to get a penalty in the final 5 minutes of a 5-5 game? Like, what does he say? Someone in the chat says maybe he called the ref a sea sucker. Maybe he called him a sea. Like, how bad does the language have to be for you to get that? Because refs take it, but like, you got to be able to take something a little more.
That's honestly a good question, because I don't know what you could say in today's world to an individual on the ice that could, hurt somebody that much, or like cross the line with what you're saying, because there's mics everywhere. Like, you can't really say what you want to say to somebody in a moment. So what could you possibly say that could hurt somebody's feelings that much?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it was the way he did it, right? Like, he stopped and like went face to face. He didn't like do a flyby and like say it.
I don't know.
Garbage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know officials these days?
Like, that are reffing currently in the league?
Yeah, like if I told you the guy's name, would you be like, "Oh yeah, that's Tom"?
I might recognize his name.
That's Tom. He's a clock sucker. As that's a Joe Osborne term, coined Joe Osborne term. Let's see if we can bring it up, because it has been bothering me. But Bertuzzi should be the guy. Bertuzzi did jump up to that line. He played with Green. He played with Bedard. He's a good price today for a point, great price for an assist today. And that's where I got it. And I think Chicago comes out today fired up. But do they have officials? Justin K-E-A, Justin K, or Jean Hebert?
Well, Justin K, I actually played in Buffalo when he was in the minor league system playing for the Rochester Americans. And then he decided to make a career shift and go train to be a referee. So I know that name. What was the other name you said?
Jean Hebert.
Jean Hebert. Sounds familiar.
I'm going to guess it was him.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the picks.
Bedard, 2+ first period shots on goal. There you go. Josh and Carlo, how would you feel about a Urov point today if they end up posting? Urov is a hammer shot if they post it. He's centering Kaprizov. Absolutely hammer shot there. So I'm waiting for that one, obviously. Chicago, 25% tie rate, 2 of the last 12. Buffalo, 30% tie rate on the season, 50% ties in their last 12 games. Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Minnesota +110, Pittsburgh -130. Home favorites over under sitting at 6. Hey, guess what? Tie +310. Pittsburgh's first game back from Sweden. Deputy Dewar on the top line with Crosby, Russ, but neither on the PP. Daniel Urov, top line, Minnesota, but power play 2. Neither guys have markets, so something to keep an eye on. Zeev Buium and Brock Faber have been flip-flopping mid-game on power play 1, so it's tough to nail down their spot. We talked about it yesterday. Jesper Wallstedt has been absolutely incredible. He started 4 of the last 6 games, 4-0 straight up, 1.22 goals, 963 saves. But Artur Silovs, he's probably likely. I think it was Sergei Murashov had the shutout in Sweden as they switched up goalies, so he'll be back. Minnesota, 38% tie rate this year, 8 of 21, 50% over their last 12 games. Pittsburgh, 21% tie rate, 33% over their last 12 games. How much of a disadvantage, Carlo, is Pittsburgh playing their first game back, coming back from the Sweden series, which was an absolute dud, by the way?
Yeah. It sure was. I mean, they've had a couple of days off to get back to, normal time clock. Clearly there's going to be a little bit of a rust factor, I think, early on in that game, but yeah, I mean, I like the first goal advantage here for Minnesota for sure.
And someone in the chat just says Minnesota scored first in 10 straight games.
There you go.
Hot starters.
There you go.
I don't know. I like that one. But I got to wait for it. But I think there's always more value on the teams playing in back-to-backs because a lot of the times they're dogs, and that's priced into this. So Minnesota, I would take Minnesota at -110 or better to score first. I'm not sure if it's going to be priced in, but that's where it is. Waiting for your off point. Love it. Carolina, Winnipeg. Carolina -125 road favorite here. Does that surprise you?
No. They're a good road team, Carolina.
Okay, so you think Carolina in a neutral spot versus Winnipeg is like -155?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tie +325. My job's easy.
I like that. I like the tie.
Yeah, this is going to be a one goal game. One goal game for sure. Carolina, 6 of 20 ties, 30% ties in 3 of the last 4. Winnipeg, actually not a very good tie team, 2 of 19 on the season. Carolina penalty kill, goals allowed in 5 of the last 6, while Winnipeg's power play is 5 for 10 over the last 4 games, but 5 penalty kill goals last 5 could be the difference in this game. Special teams, Mark Scheifele's been absolutely on fire, coming off his 9th multi-point game in 19 games this year. Josh Morrissey also hot, 3 goals, 7 assists last 6 games, riding a straight 6-game point streak. When it comes to looking at player props, it's just these are 2 hard teams because they run 4 lines. Carolina line 5-on-5 play. They all played 11 minutes last game. And Winnipeg's top 2 lines played 13 minutes 5-on-5, and the bottom 2 lines played 9 minutes. So there's a lot. Talk to me about the Friday night games because it does feel like of the weeks, Friday night games in prime time, there's only 4 games, have a different feel. Do they have a different feel for players setting them up too?
No, I don't think the players have a different feel for it, but
Ehlers return. Didn't remember that. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, a revenge game.
Yeah. Money on the
Ehlers
board.
Return, big time money on the board. Thanks for that heads up, West Coast hockey. Sorry, what was the question you asked? About Friday night games? Nah, I mean, guys just want to play hockey. I don't think the day of the week matters for them.
All right. That's fine. I do like Friday night games, but I'm just sitting here doing nothing. But hey, that's going to be a tight game. I do lean Winnipeg on that side. It's likely going to be
Friday, they call it.
Freaky Friday. It's Friday tie day. Boston Kings. Boston just gets no love in the market. I know they're missing a ton of players, but they're +155. And the Kings played last night in a shootout. The Kings are -180 at home.
Yeah, they're a good home team.
They're a terrible home team.
Oh, yeah, they are actually.
They're a great road. They're 1-6 straight up at home this year.
Yeah, they are actually. Wow, that's complete different contrast from them last year. Last year they had what, 3 losses in total at home?
Yeah, last year they had to go on that long road trip because of the fires.
Right.
Connor Geekie is somehow near the top of the league in scoring.
Love it. He's on my fantasy team, baby.
Oh, it is John. It's Jonathan Davis. That's who that is. Yes, he's been the Geek Squad's been absolutely on fire. But Hampus Lindholm, we're taking for a point +160. His assist, I wanted to dangle there, but I'm not getting greedy because he's going to score a goal. +160 for the point. He's back on power play 1. Boston's they're out McAvoy, they're out Lindholm, they're out Arvidsson, they're out Middlestad. It's rough sledding. The Kings are now out Drew Doughty, but Swayman versus Kemper. Kemper hasn't allowed more than 3 goals in 8 games. He's 5-2-1 with a 2-1-3 goals, 917 save, but Swayman's a top 10 goalie right now and goals saved above expected. Kings, brutal at home, and this is their first home game since November 6th. 6-game road trip that came back to Cali last night. from Washington on Monday. Is that a schedule spot? Is that a schedule disadvantage for the Kings?
Where were they last night? In San Jose.
San Jose.
No, because they were already playing in the time zone. I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, back to back might only be the cause for concern here, but I don't know. I still think, as good as LA played on the road, they're probably excited to be back home. Maybe this might be a trap game, right? Because you're back home, you feel like you're playing the Boston Bruins, and Boston just comes at you with an effort that you can't match. Maybe, but I still like the Kings in this one.
Okay. Someone asked me what I would play the first goal to. I would only play first goal to coin flip territory, -110 or better. So if it's -140 for the Kings, you kind of look for those guys on the dogs because you're getting a better price there. Boston and California, the last 2 years, 0-4 straight up, 8 goals scored, 20 against. They lost to Anaheim 4-3 this year. Last year, 7-2 to the Kings, 3-1 to San Jose, 6-2 to Anaheim. Trouble for them in California. Boston, 4 of 22 ties for 18%, but 30% over their last 10. The Kings have tied 9 of their 21 games for 43%. One of the best tied teams. So someone asking me if I'm parlaying them. No, we are round robining them. If you don't know what a round robin is, if you're putting them into the bet slip at Bet99, go all the way down to the bottom. It will say round robin. And then it will say 2x if there's 4 games and you bet in pairs. I'm not betting the twos. I'm only betting the groups of 3. So there'll be 4 bets on the group of 3s. And then obviously all 4. So if you bet all
Why don't you bet the twos?
Because in total, that will be 11 bets. And the twos would pay out just, let's say, if it's $5 a bet. And that would take me to a half unit, just over a half unit. So 4.5 at the most, 4.5 times 5. If I hit 2, then I'm still losing money.
Really?
Yes.
Plus on the ties?
Yes, on the ties.
Huh, interesting.
So when I'm doing round robins and I'm looking to play the twos, I probably need 600 or better.
Oh, okay.
Makes
sense.
Yes. So that's where it is. So that's why I'm going with the 3s. And if you've done this all year for 5? Yes. So if you're $100 unit better and you bet $10 on the 3s, so that's 40, and then $10 on all 4, you would be up 60 units this year. And that's all from last week. Last week would have been 60 units. Which is crazy. The Friday before, 0 for 4. The Friday before that, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, and then 2 for 4. I just think that if you're going to do these, you do it on a day. You don't get greedy and do it on every day. Like, there's days
4-game slate is a good day to do it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then before we go, you have to guess my 4-leg award card that I put in today for 300 to 1.
Okay, so let me just pull up the stats. So Beckett Seneca for Rookie of the Year.
Hey, he's tied for the point lead.
I know.
And he's like 25 to 1 still, 29 to 1.
So Beckett Seneca for rookie. You said 4?
Yeah.
Bo Horvat for goals.
No, you don't have to go that far off the beaten path.
Okay, then just
Seneca's off the beaten path. That's where we're getting this.
So Seneca's odds 1 of the 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me the other
awards.
ones are layups. The other 3 are layups.
Give me the awards, and I'll give me the awards.
Rocket.
So Rocket would be. Hang on, let me just pull up the stats again, so I can look at it. So Rocket, where did that page go? Okay, here it is. So Rocket would be McKinnon.
Ding.
Okay, and what are the other ones?
Art Ross.
Art Ross is most points.
Yep.
Where is it? Points. Celebrini.
McKinnon.
Oh, McKinnon again.
Ding.
Okay.
Norris.
Makar.
Ding.
So Makar, McKinnon, and Seneca
Not crazy.
for 300 to 1.
$50 paying 15,000.
Can I get in on that?
Nope. Nope. You certainly cannot. Nick Porto saying, you sure about the $5 on the doubles? I did $5 on the twos last week, and each one, and you got $90. Yes, because all 4 hit. I'm saying if just 2 hit and you bet the $5, it's kind of break even at those tie prices. So is it worth it? Let me put it down and reverse it. Let's go. That's what we do on Friday. It's tie day. Just don't do what they did in Chicago, because that would be heartbreaking. Okay.
Yeah.
We're done. Let's have a day. Let's wrap things up like we did last week on Friday. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo, NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. You're signing up over there. Sign up with the tag covers NHL. Let's have a day. Keep an eye out for first goal markets and keep an eye out for Urov centering that top line. And I think the guys to target today are slightly mispriced. Bertuzzi. And we'll see. I wonder, we won't see who jumps up to that power play one. Urov, if he gets his market, and then Lindholm in Boston. There's your targets today. Let's have a day. Appreciate producer Mick. Thanks to everybody there all week. And the Pumpers will see you back here Wednesday, 10 a.m. Let's go.
We need a day. Finish off the week. Have a good weekend, folks.
Scatman. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do.